We're really about health and wellness and implementing that into the cold brew side. We've seen coffee, drink universally, and so we really want to apply the health and wellness principles of removing dairy and sugar from coffee. So we primarily do nitro cold brew coffee with an emphasis on health and wellness. So we have over 15 different cold brews available at our tap room, and we're putting about 5 or 6 into production. So with the cold brew, you're going to get more flavor, more of the caffeine, but less of the acidity out of it. And with the onus on quality and convenience, because we're sourcing specialty grade coffee, and we're pivoting more towards the organic space as well. So people can grab a really good quality coffee and take it anywhere they're going, camping, backpacking, surfing, to their office, wherever. So that convenience is a really huge factor we've seen nowadays. With each one of them, we try to supplement the flavor profile that's inherently found in the coffee. So for our caramel under pressure, we add the organic cacao nibs. So it really brings a really good dark chocolate notes. So it's all unsweetened, but you get that nice rich chocolate flavor out of it. And for our son of a sailor, we add cinnamon and cacao in there as well. So you almost get like a cafe de olla type feel with that cinnamon really helping with insulin sensitivity too for people as down the line. Going back, we've really kind of looked at the coffee in general. There's a huge specialty coffee market. There's ready-to-drink coffee, and cold brew has really risen over the past several years. So our target audience is people who are aware of like keto diets, intermittent fasting, as well as the benefits of doing cold brew for their morning cup. So we've looked through and try to really pick apart where those are. And being in Southern California, we really have a great audience for that. People are very attuned with these type of diets and are really more informed on keto, intermittent fasting, paleo. So that's where we've been really able to fine tune where our targets are going to be. Right now we're in the seed stage. So we've gone through the first 2 years of business, kind of growing off our organic growth and through profits. And so now we're ready to kind of take to the next level and approach more of a regional standpoint in terms of distribution. And hopefully in a few years, we'll get to the point where we'll be able to kind of get a much broader reach for national. Not knowing what we don't know. I think any entrepreneur will go into that. You have these great ideas and visions, and you just don't know how many roadblocks are actually out there. So going in, I had no background in brewing, in coffee, and so we've had to learn a lot along the way. But that's kind of where not knowing is actually helpful because you don't know what's the status quo or the standard. So you can kind of implement and kind of come up with some really creative ideas. Always looking at strategic partners. That's the best way to go. Money is great from like any entrepreneurs. Like money is fantastic to have in the bank and you can utilize it. But having people that have experience in the business that kind of know where the contacts are. The biggest thing I think we've seen has been networks are everything in this business, from consumer product goods or just in general. People knowing other people that help you kind of create those, hey, let me talk to this guy for you. And then a door opens that was never even in the peripheral for the next 2 miles. So from a strategic partnership standpoint, it's kind of open up the Rolodex to the other contacts that would be available. The biggest thing that the biggest to invest in us is that we're storytellers. We're not just a cold brew company. In fact, that we focus on all these different cold brews and have a story and meaning behind them. So you're creating connection with people on an emotional level. And so people don't buy based on rational facts. They love kind of being to feel like, why should I do this? Because they have an emotional connection to the coffee by, for example, like our Bali coffee from Calm Under Pressure. For those who have traveled to Bali, know about the beautifulness of it and the mindfulness that you get from there. And they can go like, I was there, I love the coffee, and they can go and create that connection directly with it. So for us, again, we do amazing cold brew, but we're really storytellers in that to create that emotional connection with the customer base.